Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning, depending where you are in the world, as we bring you coverage of the EFL Cup clash between Birmingham City and Fulham, which is taking place at St Andrews at King's Knighthead Park this afternoon, should I say. I'm Wes Vernon, the presenter for this game today, and JB will be with us shortly for the kick-off and team news for this game. He's having a few technical problems linking up with JB at the moment. I am currently keeping an eye across Fleetwood Town against Fulham United in one of the other EFL Cup clashes, or Carabao Cup as it says on the graphic on the screen there. And just very early on in the Fleetwood Fulham game, Fulham United took a 1-goal lead, and it was a well taken strike as Fleetwood come forward to the edge of the penalty strike, and just over the bar it was there. Fulham United took the lead early on. It was a free kick from the right-hand side, whipped in by former Stevenage man Alex McDonald, and it was hit home for his first Fulham United goal by Jamie McCart to put the Millers into a 1-goal lead. Fleetwood just had a strike over the bar there by their number 16 Hunt, but the Millers lead by a goal to nil. It was scored at the opposite end to where their fans are housed at Ibrox Stadium, not to be mistaken by the former Arsenal ground, which was also known as Ibrox. All the other games in the games of the EFL Cup have kicked off this evening. The one game that kicks off at 8 o'clock is our feature game between Birmingham City and Fulham this evening, as we keep you up to date across all of the games. JB, as the goal goes in, we'll bring you all the goals as they go in from the match dinner roundup of the scores at half time and full time of this game as well. Good evening to Mike, who says, "Hi JB and Russ, welcome back to JB, as this is the first time of him hearing him upon his return. JB returned to action at the weekend for the Premier League clash between Liverpool and Brentford." Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, "Hello Russ and JB, again good evening to you." And Mike Owen says, "Mikel Moreno, who joined Arsenal earlier on today as well." We'll keep you bang up to date with all of that as we keep you up to date with all the action. And just a reminder, coming up on Friday evening across all channels, I can tell you we will be having a transfer deadline day special stream from 7 p.m. all the way through until 11 p.m. at the close of the transfer window. So we'll keep you bang up to date with all of the Wednesday's action on transfer deadline day. That is on the weekend on Friday evening from 7 p.m. until 11, and we'll keep you across all those transfers as they happen. Any transfer news that breaks this evening, I will bring you the action on the show tonight, and at half time and full time as well. And potentially could be in for goal number 2. There's a Doppins blocked with clearance from Fleetwood. We just fell into the arms of the Fleetwood shot stopper. Now Fleetwood have a man down as their captain, Weirdo, who's down, helped up by Johnson Clark Harris, who's the Millers captain, and as well and just attacked down the right hand side there. There's the team just in the tunnel at St Andrews. The third of kick-off. Then we'll be with JB very, very shortly. We'll keep you up to date in this Birmingham City versus Fulham clash this evening, as Fulham have made 11 changes to this game for this game this evening, as Fulham see their bench and some of the backroom staff of Birmingham walk down there. There is the Fulham skipper, which looks like it is Tom Kearney, as I thought he probably would be. Christian Bielik is the captain for Birmingham City. We'll link up with JB very, very shortly for kick-off. There is the teams that are in the tunnel, almost set to go then, as we bring you the kick-off this evening of this EFL Cup clash. Birmingham City against Fulham is the game that we are bringing you this evening, and we'll keep you up to date with all of the others as things happen. Just to tell you, there was one that kicked off at 7 I can tell you that in that game, I can tell you, in the game between Middlesbrough and Stoke still leading by a goal to nil. Emre Tizagal scoring on 14 minutes there. And the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, which is taking place tonight, Alexandra against Liverpool under 21s, Crew leading by a goal to nil there. Finn Roberts on 3 minutes before Dominic Cornes equalised on 10 minutes for Liverpool under 21s. All the other games are underway, including Barnsley against Sheffield United, local derby there. Everton taking on Doncaster Rovers as well. And Jimmy McCart, 2 minutes on the clock he was when he scored his first goal for Fulham United and the first Fulham United goal of this tie, which is taking place at Ivory, which I have got my eyes across, and we'll bring you into that very, very shortly. We'll keep you up to date with all the other games as well. Mike's just given us a bit of breaking news, which I saw just before we come on air, but not managed to bring it to you. Yes, Ferdi Kilagoli from Fenerbahce is signed for Brighton of Albion this evening as we wait to connect the lines back up to St Andrews to link up with JB shortly. I can bring you the team news from them. JB will give you very soon as well, just before kick-off or just as the game kicks off. So for Birmingham then, just as a quick rundown of the starting lineup, it's Alsop, Laird, Clare, Bielik, Cochrane, Pike and Leonard, Anderson, Williamson, Hansen behind May, Peacock, Farrell, Roberts, Jukovic, Maishia, Stamsted, Davis, Keller, Yokama, and all is the starting lineup for Chris Davis's Birmingham City, the former Spurs man. As for Fulham, they have made 11 changes to their side today. Is Bender in goal, Castagna, Anderson, Schroeder and Sessignon, Wilson, Sanderberg signed from Burnley, Reed, Kearney the captain, Stansfield and Jimenez, Leno, Tete, Bassey, Muniz, Traore, Robe, Lukic, King and the former Arsenal man, Emil Smith-Rowe on the bench. And we're about to pause for a minute's silence or a minute's applause in memory of former England boss Sven Goran Eriksson, who sadly died yesterday at the age of 76. Everyone here at the TC Hub sent out heartfelt condolences to Sven's family and friends as the Birmingham fans are just applauding. Here now, so now too will be the players. So we're going to have a minute's applause ahead of kick-off. It looks like in memory of Sven Goran Eriksson, the former England manager who sadly passed away yesterday. All the players are wearing black armbands ahead of kick-off this evening. We'll link up with JB very, very shortly. I can tell you that just going through the minute's applause at St Andrews right now. We've got as I can see, the minute's applause is taking place right now. What a great England manager he was. He was in charge of that England manager in charge of England's famous 5-1 win over Germany when it was 5-1. Even Esky scored as well. We'll link up with JB very, very shortly. He was winning, standing in to bring you the goal alerts from the Birmingham game once that's underway. As Rotherham still lead by a goal to nil against Fleetwood. 15 minutes gone. There is a challenge that was blocked in and cleared away. Could Fleetwood potentially go on the counter-attack to potentially get a equalising goal here? And they're coming down the right-hand side. Wonderful ball played through to the number 7, who slots it past Cameron Dawson, and Fleetwood have got an equalising goal. It was well taken, and Fleetwood through Ryan Graydon has equalised. There's also Lake Millwall 0, Leighton Orient 1. Daniel Adju with the goal there. Sam Greenwood has given Preston the lead against Harrogate by a goal to nil, and Crew Alexandra are 2-1 up against Liverpool under 21s in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. In the EFL Cup, Middlesbrough against Stoke. Stoke lead by a goal to nil there, but Ryan Grandin, brilliant ball through to him and finished off nicely past Cameron Dawson as Fleetwood now have drawn level against the Millers. It's Fleetwood Town 1, Fulham United 1. That game is taking place at Ibrox Stadium, not to be mistaken for the former Arsenal football stadium there as well. As the game between Birmingham and Fulham is underway, we'll get connected to JB very, very shortly, guys. But in my game, Fleetwood 1, Fulham United 1 is the scoreline there in that game, as Fulham United just knocking around at the back, and now back with Cameron Dawson in the Miller's goal in the game against Fleetwood Town. Fleetwood 1, Fulham United 1 is a score there. Still 0-0 between Birmingham and Fulham. As soon as we've got connection link up with JB, we'll bring you that. We'll bring you the Birmingham City versus Fulham game. But at the moment, we'll keep you up to date with the game between Fleetwood Town and Fulham United. Fulham on the attack as Hakeem Doffin lines up his shot, which is blocked and is cleared away. He's got out for a throw into the Millers on that right hand side, which Alex McDonald will be across there to take for the Millers. No, it's going to be out for a corner, it looks like. No, it is a throw in. Alex McDonald, as I mentioned, across there to take. There's Malik Wilkes in the picture just near the referee. As Alex McDonald will line up this throwing for the Millers. Could be a long one here from the former Stevenage man in towards penalty, flicked on by Johnson Clark Harrison behind for Miller's corner. Still 1-1 there. We'll try and link up to St Andrews shortly, but we'll bring you a bonus bit of commentary of Fleetwood versus Fulham United as it stands. Here is 1-1 between the Millers and Fleetwood at Highbury. Fleetwood 1, the Millers 1. Millers with a corner kick then, which will be taken by McDonald again, who's out there. Coming off from the back, so to Joe Bow inside the penalty area. Jack Holmes on the edge of the box. The former Stanford winger. Playing against the Millers for Stanford. Offered a trial and then signed for the Millers. Great thing for him to get from non-league to League One in space of a fortnight, I think he was, as a cross from Ungbo is blocked. Well, he got behind for a corner. No, he's kept in play there, but it comes now for Cohen Bramall. Whipped in towards the penalty area. It's flicked on towards the back post and just wide. And then it was flicked on inside the penalty. I think it was by Holmes that time. Yes, it was. Jack Holmes flicked it on, but no one in the Miller's shirt could get on the end of that, as Clark Harris was looking at the back post. 0-0 in the game between Birmingham and Fulham. We'll keep you up to date with all of the EFL action. Watford 1, Plymouth 0. 17 minutes gone there. Rachovic with the goal. Grimsby 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Cameron McJanet with a goal on 18 minutes as Dichai Kamada has put Crystal Palace 1-0 up against Norwich City after just 2 minutes. They will link up with JB very shortly. Just yet to get connection with JB. The technical people are working hard behind the scenes down St Andrews to link up, so we can link up with JB. We'll bring you in very shortly. I can tell you still 0-0 there between Birmingham City and Fulham in what will be our featured game. Is Cameron Dawson for the Millers as a free kick, which is played long downfield up towards Johnson Clark House, who won the header. Jack Holmes tried to go on the end of that and is cleared away by Fleetwood up towards Graydon on halfway, and he's worked out to this right hand side, and there's Carl Johnston who can come forward. He's got Virtue outside of him, was Virtue assisted the goal for Ryan Graydon. Cameron Humphries with the assist for Jimmy McCart's goal. We'll keep you up to date with all of the other games as things happen, as goals go in. We'll keep you across all of the other games this evening. It's Fleetwood Town against Fulham United so far, as the Fleetwood shot comes in and is blocked by the legs of Cameron Dawson, and it's cleared up towards half wing where Hakeem McDuffin is brought down, but he comes towards Jack Holmes. Can't get there, Jack Holmes, so the referee pulls it back, and a free kick will be given here in the way of the Millers. And I can tell you still Fleetwood Town 1, the Millers, Fulham United, that is, 1 as well in this game, which we are bringing you bonus coverage of this evening. We'll keep you up to date with the Millers game here against Fleetwood as soon as we get the line connected up with the game at Birmingham. As a free kick which comes for Fleetwood Town now, after all I'm trying to get down the left-hand side, looking towards Joe Ungbo out there. The team news here is lynching goal for Fleetwood. Weiradu, Allgate, Harrison Allgate that is, Hughes, Johnston, Virtue, Bonds, Mayer, Hunt, Eam and Graydon for Fleetwood. For the Millers is Dawson in goal. McDonald, Humphries, McCartan, Bramall across the back. Holmes, Duffin, Powell, Wilkes in attack with Ungbo playing just behind Johnson, Clark, Harris. The benches then for Fleetwood, Harrington, Bolton, Broom, Lonergan, Rebecca, Potter, Smith, Roberts and Patterson. For Rotherham United, Kelly, James, Nombe, Ugal, Jules, McWilliams, Osong and Phillips. As McCart drops it back to Cameron Dawson with a bonus commentary here this evening. Still Birmingham 0, Fulham 0. We'll keep you up to date with that game once we've got that line connected up to JB, but with the bonus coverage from Fleetwood against Rotherham United this evening here on the commentary hub. Must have been from you this commentary today as Fleetwood with a throw is picked up there by Bonds as Powell closes him down. He's had a play for a floater. Fleetwood over on that far side, which will be taken by Hunt, who is playing as a wing back there, Mackenzie Hunt. And we'll keep you up to date when we've got connection to St Andrews. We'll go to JB once there's a stoppage in playing this game to start the coverage of Birmingham City against Fulham. Whereas Birmingham 0, Fulham 0 in this game. Tom Kearney, the Fulham captain this evening there. Christian Bielik, the Birmingham City captain. We'll keep you up to date. The Rotherham captain is Johnson, Clark, Harris. Incidentally, the strikers. Fleetwood through the number 17 there. Elm is coming forward. He goes down on the edge of the box. Taken over by Virtue. Virtue with the cross in. And Fleetwood just can't get a ball in the penalty area. Wilkes is not found on the edge of the box. As a strike comes in, he's blocked there well by Jamie McCart, the Miller's goal scorer. All worked in there, McCart. And McDonald just helps it clear for the Millers and up towards halfway where Malik Wilkes is challenging, and Fleetwood just win the header, and it comes towards this right side as it comes now for Johnston. Back he goes well there to Weiradu and all the way back there into the path. There, that was all get back to Lynch, and now across there to Hughes, and Hughes gets it down the line for Hunt to charge over halfway on that far side for Fleetwood. Fleetwood 1, the Millers 1, and we can go to JB next time after this attack comes off here. As a shot comes in and just over the bar there it was from Mark Elm. A brilliant effort there from Fleetwood. Breaking away, he's took a deflection, I think. Let's just share this again. Brilliant backheel flick by Graydon into Elm, and the shot came in from the edge of the penalty area. I think he does take a deflection. That's what Fleetwood are claiming anyway. We'll watch it. Yes, he does. We'll watch this corner. We'll get across to the game between Birmingham and Fulham, where it's still Birmingham 0, Fulham 0 at this moment in time. Fleetwood with a corner kick from the right-hand side as a penalty to Fulham. We'll hear about that in a moment after this corner's ripped in. Too much on it from Fleetwood, and Cohen Bramall just watched it go behind for a goal kick to the Millers. Fleetwood 1, Millers 1. Fleetwood 1, Rotherham United 1, 25 minutes gone, and a penalty for Fulham now. And to take you through the remainder of that first half, JB, Johnston Todd, over to you.
Yes, and as you hand over to me, Raul Jimenez is about to take the penalty for Fulham. It was a handball against one of the defenders, and now Ryan Alsop has to face former Wolvesman Raul Jimenez from 12 yards. Keith Stroud kept the penalty, which hurt a lot of Fulham fans. Apologies that we've not been on the air from the start. But it's Raul Jimenez stepping up, right-footed, and he sends the keeper the wrong way. And Fulham go into the frayed with about 10 minutes gone. A sensational penalty, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and a terrific penalty. Coolness personified this. Gave the goalkeeper the eyes, and he absolutely fooled him and sold the keeper down the river, left, right and centre. It's Birmingham City 0, Fulham 1. This is how the penalty came about. Kearney hits the shot, it comes off a hand, and I think it was one of the Birmingham players, number 20. It was Cochrane who handled it, although one must add, I felt that the arm was a little down right side a little bit, but as it was, the penalty was given, and it's Fulham who go in front. So it's 1-0 to Fulham. It's been, up until then, there's been a few half chances. Up until then, I'll give you a rundown of the two teams as soon as I get it. But what I do know is that what we do know is Fulham ahead, and the game you've been listening to. Apologies that we didn't get to you until the penalty, because we're here and at St Andrews we've been suffering from one or two sound gremlins. So apologies there, but we got there just in time to see a goal being scored, or to hear a goal being scored. So it's 1-0, and it's Birmingham with number 6 here, Bielik the captain. So that's one through the teams. Birmingham just going nowhere with this attack. The ball is breaking for Harrison Reed here at the moment. And here's Sanderberg, the new signing from Burnley. Gets the ball forward, and now the ball breaks to Ryan Sessegnon. Sessegnon turns away. So it's lovely to have you with us. As I said, I can only apologise for missing the first 9 minutes of this game. It's just, as I said, we've had one or two technical difficulties. So let's just run through the side. Chris Davis is Birmingham lead, trailing 1-0 in this game. Are currently 5th with 7 points in League One. They line up with Ryan Alsop in goal. Then it's Alex Cochrane who gave away the penalty. Christian Bielik, Christoph Kara, Ethan Laird and Mark Leonard. Then it's Pike, Hansen, Williamson, Anderson and Alfie May, who was the League One Player of the Year last year. On the bench for the Blues, Peacock Farrell, Davis, Hall, Jukovic, Miyoshi, Roberts, Samsted, Kiera and Yokohama. Fulham, just to remind you, have Stephen Bender in goal. And then it's Sessegnon, Anderson. And here's a chance now for Alfie May. So the penalty area just break off for a second. They've got a corner. I'll just quickly run through that Fulham team before the corner is taken. So it's Sessegnon, so Bender, Sessegnon, Anderson, Cornela, Timothy Castagna, Harrison Reed, Sanderberg, Jay Stansfield, plus Barber, Adam Play for Exeter as a cult hero, Tom Kearney, the captain, Harry Wilson, and Raul Jimenez, and Jay Stansfield, of course, a former Birmingham player. He was on loan at St Andrews last season. Referee Keith Stroud of Hampshire has signalled a Birmingham corner. Twice winners of the League Cup as the corner comes in. There's a man free on the far side for Blues, who are attacking the railway end in the first half. Fulham, the Tilton Road end here at St Andrews. So there's the header from the back post. It was an easy, comfortable save for Bender, who's in an all-yellow strip tonight. And just to remind you of some of the other scores, we'll give you a rundown of all the scores, all the goals, all the action that's as they're going. The latest scores we have for you at the moment is Middlesbrough 0. This one's a half-time score. Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 1. Barnsley 0, Sheffield United 0. That's still in the first half. Barrow against Derby, that's 0-0 with half an hour gone. And meanwhile, there could be a chance here for number 2 here for Fulham, and it's there by Jay Stansfield against his old club. He got through, the flag stayed down, there's no VAR, and Stansfield turned edge of the area. He chipped Ryan Alsop and it went into the corner of the net. He showed no emotion, no celebration, and a respect for the people, the fans who got used to cheer for him. First and foremost, was he onside? Yes, he was. I would say he was. Man on the far side playing him on. Then he takes it down nicely, lovely control, and then just dinks it over Alsop, who come, in my opinion, way out of his goal, and then just slides the ball and then just whips the ball into the back of the Birmingham net. And Birmingham, League One, I've got it all to do against Premier League Fulham. It's Birmingham City 0, Fulham 2. Ryan Alsop beaten twice. First from a penalty from Raul Jimenez, and now Jay Stansfield has made it 2-0. So there we go. Well, we've had 2 goals already. Both have their first of the season. Birmingham now with it all to do. Elsewhere, of course, we'll be bringing you updates from the Rotherham match as well. So we won't give you the score on that one, but I can tell you that Barnsley's Sheffield United is currently 0-0. Barrow and Derby are 0-0. Blackburn are leading in the All Lancashire affair 1-0 against Blackpool. Brighton 1, Crawley 0. Coventry City 0, Oxford United 0. These are all 7:45 kickoff. Everton 0, Doncaster 0 is their latest score. Fleetwood, the game at Fleetwood, we won't tell you until we go to Russ in a minute, but there has been a goal there. In fact, let's cross to Russ right now while we've got an opportunity. Ball out of play for a throw to Birmingham. But let's just quickly cross to Russ. There's been a goal in the game at Highbury Stadium.
Yes, JB, is Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. It was a fantastic bit of play from Fleetwood. Ball down the right-hand side again. Matty Virtue going to the penalty area, pull the ball back. Mayer teed it up for Ryan Graydon again, who bent a curling shot into the back of the net. And is now Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. 32 minutes on the clock now at Highbury Stadium. The second goal for Fleetwood came on 29 minutes. So 32, coming up close, 32 and a half minutes gone, is Fleetwood 2, Fulham United 1.
Thanks, Russ. We'll be checking back for Russ at half time. As Fulham look for a third from a very audacious attempt from something like 50 yards out. I think it was Jay Stansfield again. I also want to just add about the minutes of pause for Sven Goran Eriksson as well. Very impeccably done there, as we see Jay Stansfield trying his luck from about 50 yards out. I have to say the comments that the amount of luck that Sven had is from English football in general. I think was great, and he gave England fans two of the best results they could ever imagine. If we look at Marco Silva there, nothing's happening, so I'll just talk about Sven for a second. 5-1, September the 1st. It's near enough that time, really. It's going to be, 20? It's going to be 22 years since that, 23 years since that night in Munich. And Birmingham getting themselves in all sorts of difficulties. The ball was breaking to Ethan Laird on the near side. Birmingham who somehow managed to accept John Eustace halfway through the season. Used Wayne Rooney. He had 3 or 4 months. Couldn't implement his own stamp on the team. And then obviously it was left to Gary Rowett to try and do a saving act. And here they come down. Oh, and missed kick inside the penalty area. It was Hansen who was unmarked. He swung his foot towards the ball and he just couldn't be found. And in the end, it's knocked out for a throw. Mike's been on. Evans getting sacked. I think that's a referral for Steve Evans. Svenny's an absolute legend. And yes, may you rest in peace. Yes, absolutely. Sven was a legend. So let's just continue doing the scores then. So currently, Grimsby 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Harrogate 0, Preston 1, Leicester and Tranmere 0-0. Millwall's dismal start of the season continues, trailing 1-0 to London rivals Leyton Orient. QPR and Luton, all championship affair 1 apiece. Walsall, Shrewsbury 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. Walsall 0, Huddersfield Town 1. Watford 1, Plymouth 0. And the 2-8 Cup kickoffs, the one we're watching, Birmingham 0, Fulham 2. And Crystal Palace have taken the lead against Norwich City. They've played 20 minutes. We're coming up to around about the same time now. So 20 minutes gone. Any goals that go in, we'll keep you abreast of what's happening on the TC Others. Keith Stroud has got a free kick to sort out here in favour of Birmingham City. It was a foul there on Alfie May. Which now gives Birmingham a chance now. The good thing about conceding too early on, if there is to be such a good thing, is that Birmingham have still got ample time to get themselves back into it. Of course, the League Cup is probably way down the list of Chris Davies' priorities this season. It's all about trying to get back into the Championship for them this season. But great shot window for the club if they can pull off a good result here tonight. It's going to be Leonard with his free kick on the far side, the Birmingham left. Wings it in. Oof! Just clears the crossbar. Not sure if Bender got a touch on that. I think the referee Stroud has given a corner. Indeed he has. Let's just looking at the replay. It's a good right-footed effort. Bender's got it. Yeah, he got a flick on it onto the roof. It was a good piece of goalkeeping there. So it will be a Birmingham corner. 2-0 at St Andrews to Fulham. There's going to be another corner taken by Cochrane this time. Short to Cochrane. And back to him. Ball knocked into the area. Again, Bender comes. This time fists away. Cochrane then tries to follow up on the edge of the area. It's blocked by a Fulham defender. The attempted side-footed shot. No foul there. Referee Stroud allowed the game to go on. And Birmingham get the throw. Alfie May takes. Gets it back from Leonard. May back to Leonard. Right-hand side. They're looking for options here. They've got it in with Pike. And Pike gets it out to the far side. They're looking. It's Hansen now. Gets the ball in. Keshi Anderson was waiting in the centre as well. Birmingham moving the ball around with real pedigree now. Even at 2-0. They look very comfortable on the ball. Good passing movement. Good crisp passing. Looking very, very strong. Laird with a cross. It's deflected, I think, and it will be a corner. Signalled quite comprehensively by referee Keith Stroud. It's come all the way up from Hampshire to the Midlands this evening. This is not the only EFL Cup commentary you've got this week on the TC Hub. I'll be going a little bit further north east to Nottingham tomorrow to the end of Sherwood Forest. As we see Forest, who won at Southampton at the weekend, take on Eddie Howe's Newcastle United as the corner comes in towards the back post, headed out. There will be another corner to Birmingham. So Forest against Newcastle, 7:50 start, and we'll keep you updated. There's some other ties going on. Birmingham Wolves against Burnley. I'll probably have a little chant about Burnley as well. It'll be me running the show, presenting and commentating tomorrow. Russ will be producing. As the shot comes in, a very wayward attempt there from Pike, the South Korean, and a goal kick. But plenty for Chris Davis to be infused by. Let's go and get the latest from Highbury Stadium. Russ Burning is there for us tonight, our presenter and reporter. How things settled down, Russ?
Yes, it's still 2-1 to Fleetwood, JB. William have just had another corner kick, whipped into the penalty area towards Johnson Clark, carries to the back post but couldn't pick it out, and Fleetwood have defended well since we've got that 2-1 lead, and they're trying to come forward again here now. The Millers over on that far side, the Millers right, as they attack here at Highbury Stadium. It's still Fleetwood 2, Millers 1, and there's a throw in which Alex McDonald will look to take. He's not going to be playing. When he signed, Stephen said he wouldn't be playing many games, and he's only featured in some of the club games so far. He is power for the Millers. Out wide to the aforementioned McDonald down the line, and he went to Malik Wilkes, who gives away from one challenge and wins the throw. Could be a long throwing coming up now. Well, 39 minutes with about 5 minutes left to go of the first half. It's still Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1.
Thank you, Russ. We'll come back to it if there's any goals scored between then and half time. If there isn't, we'll get a half time reporter then whilst we're at half time in the game here at St Andrews. Russ will keep you entertained with some commentary from that game going on at the moment at Highbury Stadium. So don't worry, once we've finished the first half here at Birmingham, the commentary will continue for 15 more minutes in one of our other ties, which will be the game between Rotherham and Fleetwood against Rotherham, I should say. Anyway, here's the line now for Birmingham. We've had just over halfway through the first half. We're coming up to 24 and a half minutes. And the ball going around the corner. Pike keeps it going. Good play around the corner. Keshi Anderson involved. Ball might break for Alfie May, but again, good, stout, easy Fulham defending. But Birmingham having a good bit of spell here. No foul, says Keith Stroud. Pike was adjudged for taking the ball fairly. Good ball out towards Ethan Laird, nearest to us. On the right-hand side, Pike again chips the ball towards the near post. A good run, and it's off the line. They claim a goal, Birmingham. It still might come out. The shot comes in over the top of the bar from Anderson. Castagna got back. I think it was Cassie Anderson who got the header at the near post. And if it did, it must have been centimetres away from crossing the line and Birmingham almost getting back in it. It was Cassie Anderson's header. He nods it in. Does the ball go over the line? It's hard to tell from the two angles we've seen. Let's see if that's going in or not. No, not for me. Castagna well back before then. And no problem there. If Birmingham were to get back a level from 2-0 down and get to 2-2, if it did end a draw tonight in any of our ties, no extra time in the early rounds of the League Cup, remember. It will go straight to a penalty shootout. And we'll let you know what goes on if it does go all the way to penalties. And we will bring you the penalty. If this game does go end a draw, we will bring that penalty shootout to you tonight. And the same will go for Nottingham Forest and Newcastle tomorrow. That's the next live offering we have for you on TC Up. Hopefully we won't have too many sound gremlins. And we've had a bit of communications problems in the second city today, which doesn't help things, but hopefully we've got all those sorted out. But we've brought you 2 goals and we've brought you a couple of extras. We've brought you 3 extras as well from our update game. Still 2-1 in the match at Russ's is there for us reporting up at Highbury Stadium. He's got a trip to the seaside. I've got a trip to the second city. Ball back to Ender and the ball comes forward. So the match starts between the 14th and 25th minute. Birmingham have had 5 shots to Fulham's 1. They've had 4 touches in the opposition box to Fulham's 1. And possession, Birmingham have had 78% possession. Fulham just 22%. So it just shows, since the second goal, Birmingham are just walking up somewhat. And they've done well again. Well, Bielik, the captain, having to save the skin there, and Clara doing well as well. Here's Clara again. And it's really sad to see a team like Birmingham in League One, considering they were a Premier League outfit over a dozen years ago and winning the League Cup as well in 2012, which is like 12 years ago now, 2011. So 13 years since they won the trophy. Before that, the only other major trophy was in the same competition. Back in 1963, they actually won it over 2 legs. Very older listeners will remember, against Aston Villa, their local rivals. So they won 3-1 on aggregate in the game. They won 3-1 here at St Andrews, and then a 0-0 at Villa Park, and they won the League Cup on Emery soil. So they've won a corner here, 1963 and 2011 winners. The 5th of the game. All the big men up as you'd expect up there. Bielik, the captain. Clara is up there too. It's going to be Mark Ladder to take the corner, far side. Just a pocket of Fulham fans in the railway stand though. Big, quite sparsely populated the railway end. Cantilever 2-tiered. Corner didn't come to much. It still remains 2-0 to Fulham. Don't forget, we'll also bring you news of the 3rd round draw as well. Nottingham Forest against Newcastle. We'll bring that 3rd round draw to you live as well. It's going to be a long night for me tomorrow. Of course, we'll bring you updates of West Ham against Bournemouth and Wolves against Burnley as well, amongst other games as well taking place tomorrow. So we've got some good matches coming up. But the big one, our main event, will be Nottingham Forest against Newcastle, an old Premier League affair. Raul Jimenez can get on the end of that ball. Goal kick. And so Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 2. They're into the second half in that game. That must have been a 7:30 kickoff. They're into stoppage time now in all the 7:45 games. Barnsley 0, Sheffield United 0, Barrow 0, Derby County 0. Here's the leg now for Birmingham. Bird tries to take on his man, and Sassignon beats him to the punch. And that's going to be a free kick to Birmingham City. Let me just give you some other scores. Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 0. Brighton 1, Crawley 0. Coventry 0, Oxford 0. Everton 0, Doncaster Rovers 0. Everton labouring a bit tonight by the looks of it. Grimsby 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Harrogate 0, Preston North End 3. New manager bounced there, having a desired effect with Paul Eckingbottom. Leicester City 1, Tranmere 0. Leyton Orient still leading Millwall. Queen's Park Rangers 1, Luton 1. Shrewsbury Bolton 0-0. Walsall 0, Huddersfield Town 0. These are all 7:45 games. And one of our final 7:45 games, Watford 1, Plymouth 0. The 2 8 o'clock games, Crystal Palace the other one, leading Norwich City by a goal to 0. As Bender takes the ball there in our match, which is Birmingham 0, Fulham 2. There's the cross, easy for Bender to take. Got a very strong bench tonight, Marco Silva. And a very good win against Leicester at the weekend. They played very well in the game at Old Trafford on opening night, and they played very, very well. 7:15 kickoff, I've been told. And we'll bring that. There's been a sub for Fleetwood, but it's almost half time, so we'll get Russ to give you a more comprehensive view about it at half time. There's a lot happening in this game at the moment. Preston have just gone 4-0 up, incidentally, in that game in North Yorkshire. Harrogate 0, Preston North End 4. Still, and as far as I can see, and Stoke have gone 3 up there in that game. So Middlesbrough look like going out the cup early doors, but no further scoring anywhere else. Don't forget, at half time in our game, we'll be going straight across to Highbury, to Fleetwood, and Russ will bring you some commentary throughout the 15 minutes. So we'll bring you a touch of commentary as well from part of the second half of the Rotherham game as well. So just because we finish our main event, we'll be finishing for 15 minutes, doesn't mean the commentary stop on the TC Hub. No, sir, we intend to keep going, Russ and myself, all the way through. And we'll be handing over to him at half time, as soon as the half time whistle goes in this game, and he'll bring you 15-minute. He'll bring you some commentary for 15 minutes until we're ready to go for the second half. Currently 2-0, and the whistles are now starting to sound up and down the land. It's half time in the game at Coventry, and half time in the game at Barnsley. Both games 0-0. Barrow and Derby have just gone for half time. So too Grimsby Sheffield Wednesday, that's a half-time score, 1-0 to Grimsby in that one. Fulham coming forward now with Harrison Reid. Nothing much happening while we're grinding out these scores. Sanderberg now on his Fulham debut tonight. £15 million, so we believe, from Burnley. I'm not going to dwell on what's been happening at the Burnley Football Club. Probably give myself 5 minutes tomorrow night to discuss the latest goings on and my feelings. Obviously, I'll try and keep emotions in check, of course. When we're working with the TC Hub, it's completely different. You're hearing this game, incidentally, on Storm FM, JB Sports, TC Hub and TC Hub 2, and Focus on Football, incidentally. And of course, I've got to choose it because I'm on my own tonight. And it's a solo commentary. I haven't got my trusty partner Paul James or anyone else alongside me, so I've got to choose a player of the match, of course, sponsored by Barry Swain's commentary services. We'll see this free kick and then we'll pop over to Russ at Fleetwood in a second. Let's just see this Birmingham free kick through first, and then we'll cross over to Russ for a half-time report. Short to Ethan Laird. Laird now looks to take on his man. Short free kick came in from Leonard. And the ball is out. And now what's the referee giving here? Corner. So we'll see out the corner. We're going to Russ as soon as we get a break in play or the attack breaks down. So stand by, Russ. Okay, Stansfield conceding the corner, which is now going to be taken by Cochrane. We gave away that early penalty in the 9th minute, you may recall. And Russ threw over to me from Highbury. There comes the corner. Back to Cochrane again. Good cross and well taken there by Bender, who looks to try and release the ball very quickly, gets it down the field, and a good header away. So let's get a very quick half-time report from Russ Vernon at Highbury between Fleetwood and Rotherham.
Thank you very much, JB's. Fleetwood Town 2, Rotherham United 1 at half-time. Rotherham United took the lead after just 2 minutes from the free kick was whipped in by Alex McDonald, and there was a header back across goal from Cameron Humphreys, which was blocked. He fell down kindly for Jamie McCart, who lashed the ball into the back of the net to give the Millers the lead. However, Fleetwood responded fairly quickly. It took them just 40 minutes to get back on level terms. Matty Virtue played a wonderful ball through for Ryan Graydon, who raced through and slotted home to make it 1-1 underneath Cameron Dawson. And then a few moments later, it was those two involved again. Virtue down the right-hand side again to the penalty area, teed up for Danny Mayer. He teed it up for Ryan Graydon, who fired home with a curling shot beyond Cameron Dawson. The goal scorer, Ryan Graydon, has gone off injured in first half stoppage time after he was fouled by Jack Holmes, the youngster, and Rotherham United, and the Fleetwood man was replaced by Tom Lonergan. Rotherham had the chances, but Rotherham's on there with one shot on target, which was by McCart. His half-time era tiebreak: Fleetwood Town 2, Rotherham United 1.
Meanwhile, there's almost an own goal while you're away. There's almost an own goal by Bielik, and it's out for a corner. Thanks, Russ. We'll come back to Russ as soon as we've got half-time done and dusted here. Well, the first half's done and dusted here. We've just seen a replay again. It was Bielik who got the ball back across the goalkeeper. It's a kick. I mean, he's conceded a corner, but it could have been so worse there for Birmingham. My word. There's a few Birmingham supporters with hearts in their mouths. Anyway, it's a corner. So we're going back to Russ as soon as we reach half-time here, which has got about 9 minutes to go. Excuse me. Keep Stroud just making sure that there's very minimum in terms of pushing, jostling and shoving. So we get once we've got to half-time here at St Andrews. Russ will give you the first bit of the second half for you. 15 minutes of the second half, and then updates from there on in. Anything significant does happen in that game, we will cross over to it, so you're not going to miss anything else. Let me just run through a few of the half-time scores while we've got a break in play. Stoke have just gone 4-0 up in the 69th minute against Middlesbrough, so Stoke going through as things stand, definitely to the third round draw tomorrow. These are all half-times. These are all 7:45 games. Laird for Birmingham getting it forward, and Fulham getting back to the goalkeeper. So these next few games are all half-time scores. They kicked off at 7:45, remember. So it's Barnsley 0, Sheffield United 0, Barrow 0, Derby County 0, Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 0. Let's just break off a second because Birmingham might have a chance for half. He may, but Bender gets back in as well. Brighton 1, Crawley 0, Coventry 0, Oxford 0, Everton 0, Doncaster 0, Fleetwood 2, Rotherham United. You've just heard from Russ about that one. Crystal Palace. Grimsby Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0 at Bundle Park. Harrogate 0, Preston 4, Leicester City 1, Tranmere Rovers 0, Millwall 0, Leyton Orient 1, QPR 1, Luton 1, Shrewsbury 0, Bolton 0, and Walsall and Huddersfield 1-0 to Huddersfield in that one. And the final 7:45 of the night is Watford 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. They're all half times. There's 2 8 o'clock kickoffs. Obviously, our game that we're watching: Birmingham 0, Fulham 2, and of course Crystal Palace 1, Norwich City 0 at Selhurst Park. The goal scorer Kambada with under 2 minutes. So we'll, as I say, there's been another goal in the game at Middlesbrough. Stoke have gone 5-0 up. Manoff has got his second goal, scored a few moments ago, and to add to goals from Tesco, Mami, and Kumas. So plenty happening there at Middlesbrough. There'll be a mass exodus from the Riverside. So Middlesbrough, the 2004 winners, like going out at the second round stage this time around. Meanwhile, in this game, it's 2-0, and this is the 47th meeting between the two sides tonight. In the previous 46, Birmingham have won 13, Fulham have won 17 of the games, and there's been 16 draws in League and Cup over the years. But this is the 47th meeting between the sides, and it looks as if it's going Fulham's way at the moment. Now 2 goals, as I say, into the clear. And looking very, very good to make it win number 18 of all time. So good Fettel at the moment. And I think Keith Stroud's had a good game as well. Turned over a new leaf, not criticising a referee. So at least my good run of commentating live on the TC Hub keeps going. Not a goalless draw since the 2022 League Cup final. Incidentally, I know we had penalties that decided it all, but the game did end goalless. That's the last time I actually did a goalless draw for the TC Hub, or any commentary game for that matter, whether it's been for TC Hub or JB Sports. I don't specialise in 0-0s. Anyway, Laird in possession and finds Leonard. And for Birmingham get a free kick. Now, can they get one back? Well, there's 4 minutes to go to half time plus any injury and stoppage time. We'll keep you abreast with what's happening at Middlesbrough and at Crystal Palace at the moment. All the other games, as I say, are currently at half time, so there's nothing they can affect. Middlesbrough 0, Stoke 5, and Palace 1, Norwich 0. So Keshi Anderson has a free kick here on the edge of the area. It's to the right of centre. I'd say 21 yards from goal, 20 yards maybe. A couple of yards certainly from the edge of the 18-yard box. For definite. Stephen Bender making sure that wall, 4-man wall, is nicely lined up. We now go into the 42nd minute of the game here. Second round of the Carabao League Cup. 2 times winners. Birmingham City look for a way back into this tie. 2 goes down. It's Leonard. Will it be Leonard or will it be Williamson? With the left foot of Williamson or the right foot of Leonard. It's the left foot of Williamson, and it's hit the bar. It hit the bar with Bender beaten, and the ball breaks to Anderson, who can't keep it in play, and out for a Fulham throw. But this is a good free kick from Williamson. Bent it round. The wall didn't obviously do its job. Got it over Harrison Reed. Got it past the keeper. And it just needed to be an inch or 2 lower. And Birmingham might have been back in business. It still remains 2-0 to Fulham. And here's Kearney now, the Fulham skipper. Well, you look at the scoreline and you think, well, 2-0 Fulham, it looks a walk in the park. Let me tell you, it's been anything but tonight. And don't forget, if you want to comment in the comments section on any of our participating YouTube channels, whether it be TC Hub, TC Hub 2, Focus on Football, JB Sports or Storm FM, please do comment, but keep your comments clean. We still are a family programme, ladies and gents. Meanwhile here at St Andrews, 2-0. Remember, Stoke are going through. They're deep into the second half at the Riverside. Not a good night for Middlesbrough. As Anderson comes forward, gets a good cross in, looking for Keshi Anderson. Robert Hansen, rather, not Anderson. And that's been very badly written. They've been hastily written, so I do apologise if I'm getting 1 or 2 names wrong. I like to be honest with my listeners. As I say, you are very welcome to comment. Early is Laird now keeping in play, right by the byline. Birmingham have looked very good since the goal. They've won another corner. They've had a flurry of corners and set plays, and they've been very unlucky not to score from any of them. Especially the Anderson effort that came crashing up, the left-footed effort from Anderson that came crashing off the crossbar. They've had a lot of possession, Birmingham overall, 59% to 41%. And they've had 2 shots on target to Fulham's 2. The difference is Birmingham haven't took their chances, Fulham have. This is a very close game. Birmingham had more shots than Fulham towards goal. But the ball hitting the crossbar, that does not count as a shot on target to Opta statistics. Anyway, here's Cochrane with a corner from the near side towards the back post. Well dealt with there. May will chase it. We're into 1 minute added at the end of the first half. To remind you, as soon as we're finished here, and as soon as this 1 minute is over, and Keith Stroud brawls for half time, we cross over to Highbury for 15 minutes, and you'll get some live commentary from Russ for that time until we're ready to reconvene with the second half, and then it's updates from Highbury Stadium during the second half of our match, which is currently Birmingham 0, Fulham 2. There's a free kick there, and that should see Fulham home towards a half-time 2-0 lead. It was a foul there by Bielik. Well, Bielik was complaining about the decision. It's Kessie Anderson who's brought down Harry Wilson about 10 yards from halfway. It's not been a comfortable Fulham 2-0 lead. It's only been anything but, really. As referee Stroud, has he blown for half-time? No, he hasn't. He's going to allow this free kick to be taken. Don't forget, we're going straight over to Highbury as soon as we're done here for the first half. And Keith Stroud, after the free kick had been taken, nothing had come to it. Blown for half-time. So let's just go through the goals quickly for you. Cochrane, who's still complaining to Keith Stroud, handled the ball inside the area. There was an attempted shot which was charged down. Raul Jimenez took the penalty, and it was a cool, calm and composed penalty. And then Jay Stansfield with a lovely little lob over Ryan Alsop, making it 2-0. Anderson now has come closest for Birmingham. They've forced a flurry of good opportunities. They hit the bar for an Anderson free kick. So it's not been a smooth 2-0 lead for Fulham by any means. But at half-time here at St Andrews, as we just get a message from Radio Jingles and Gaming. Stoke are thrashing Middlesbrough away from home. You think Middlesbrough would be better than this as they're attempting the Championship, and Stoke are 17th. What an upset. Well, there's not much really between them really in reality in terms of the table, so it's not really too much of an upset. They are both similar teams. Maybe Middlesbrough aren't taking the cup as seriously as possibly Stoke are. It's hard to say without seeing the game, but it won't be a good night, that's for sure. But it's 2-0 to Fulham at half-time, but Birmingham giving it as good as they've got. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so. It's time for the second half. Meanwhile, let's go to Highbury and rejoin Russ Burden, who's going to guide you through the first 15 minutes of the second half between Rotherham United's away trip at Fleetwood. So let's join Russ Burden for 15 minutes of the second half.
Thank you very much, JP. As the teams are emerging back out for the start of the second half, Rotherham United have made a triple substitution at half-time. Cohen Bramall, Jack Holmes and Joseph Ungbo are replaced by Reece James, Sam Nombe and Sean McWilliams. So we'll run you through the Miller's side again in just both sides again in just a moment as Fleetwood with a flick on towards from their number 14 there, and it was cut out in the end. So let's run you through the teams. And for Fleetwood, it's Lynch in goal, Wadrew, Aldgate, the News, Johnston, Virtue, Bonds, Mayer, Hunt, Elm, and now Lonergan in place of the injured Graydon, who went off just in first half stoppage time. For Rotherham now is Dawson in goal, McDonald, Humphreys, McCartan, James. It's McWilliams, Dauphin, Wilkes and Powell, with Nombe behind Johnson, Clark, Harris. As Fleetwood with a early throwing then over on that far side. Weirdo will taking towards the penalty area, headed away by the Miller's goal scorer McCartan to Joe Powell, who tries to hold off his man and is robbed of possession. He's coming down the right hand side from Fleetwood with Elm there, who tries to get the ball into the penalty area. It's blocked well, and it goes out of play for a Miller's throw in the end, which will be taken by Reece James. Not the chess one, there's two Reece Jameses in this side, and this is one who was on loan previously at the Millers, and he's joined after being released by Sheffield Wednesday. As the throwing down the line is cleared away, and a Fleetwood win throw this time, which Weirdo will come up and take. Johnston leaves it for the aforementioned Weirdo to take. Glenford has just started it just a minute. Gone in the second half. It's Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. There's a long throw in towards the penalty area. It's flicked on and away. This time by the Millers as Fulham trying to come away, but there's a foul there. It was a foul by Malik Wilkes, so pulled back. Fleetwood's number 6, Elliot Bonds, and a free kick to the Cod Army in the end as Fleetwood look to try and potentially put this game to bed. Rotherham yet to win away from home for quite a while in all competitions to be in fact, and we were looking to try and do this today, and for the match have done it after an early goal from Jamie McCobb. Fleetwood fought back just like they did in the last round against West Bromwich Albion to knock the Championship side out, and looks like they're going to do the same here. The League 2 side against the League 1 opposition as the free kick is whipped in towards the penalty area, flicked on and away by the Millers, and he's helped away this time only to the edge of the penalty area. Well, the strike coming here from the number 17, he does. That was Elmo had that shot, and he's gone out for a throw to Fleetwood Town, which will stable the. In fact, the offside flag is up here, and the Millers will have a free kick, which Cameron Dawson, the Millers goalkeeper, will take. I can tell you that every single game that the Millers plays, Boss Steve Evans says he's a 50-50 choice whether it's Cameron Dawson or Dylan Phillips, who start as both goalkeepers, and very, very good goalkeepers at this level, and two good goalkeepers now on the books of the Millers. Now, as here comes Malik Wilkes for the Millers, giving possession away as Mayer just keeps the ball and knocks it all the way back to Lynch, who then finds the number 16 there, Unto, has to go back to Aldgate, and Aldgate gets it forward out wide to Johnston, who flicks it down the line, and Fleetwood will try and come forward there, but the covering pace of James to McCart helps the Millers defend this well as Dawson clears away left-footed downfield as it flicked on there brilliantly by Malik Wilkes, out to play for a Millers throw as we watch on here. Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1 in the Carabao Cup, started the EFL Cup as started the second half, which we watch on here. Fleetwood 2, Fulham 1 as a yellow card for Weirado here. He goes into the referee's nobility. The referee tonight has 1 and 2, and he kept hold of the ball and won it back to the Millers, and he got up for delaying the restart there. That's good refereeing that by Ross Joyce this evening. It's not very often we see that from officials as Nombe has possession, and now the Millers will look to try and come forward. Here's Powell. Down line to Malik Wilkes, in towards the penalty area he goes, and he's comfortably claimed in the end by Lynch, who gets there, just said, Sam Nombe was just a couple of yards behind him trying to attack that ball into the penalty area from Malik Wilkes, who was on loan from Sheffield Wednesday, so himself and his parent club could be heading out of the Carabao Cup this evening if Sheffield Wednesday can't turn around the tie at Grimsby Town. We'll give you some of the latest scores in just a few moments from the Carabao Cup. We'll keep you across all that, and like JB is also doing this evening as Fleetwood are on the back foot. Here's Sam Nombe for the Millers, does really, really well, and is cleared away out for a throw-in. It goes, and this is good play from Fulham United to try and get an equalising goal. McDonald goes down, no free kick given, he stays down there, and Sheffield Wednesday have equalised. It's Grimsby Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Ugbo with the goal there on 53 minutes. Brighton 2, Crawley Town 0. Jeremy Sarmiento with the second goal there for Brighton of Albion. He's one of the players who's supposedly on his way to Turf Moor, but he is featuring for Brighton of Albion this evening. One of those players, Jeremy Sarmiento, potential player who could be going to Burnley before the close of the transfer window this evening. We'll bring you up to date with the other scores as they happen. As here comes Fleetwood Town in possession as Johnston clears this ball for James underneath that for the Millers. So too is Akima Doffin, and the Doffin just loses out. But McCart, the goal scorer, comes across and clears it left-footed downfield. Wilkes is theirs. He now breaks for Sam Nombe. Nombe on towards McWilliams. Lombe tries to get the ball back as he lost it, but Fleetwood have got the ball coming up. But what a challenge there is. That's a brilliant challenge back by Mally Wilkes, who won the ball back and then was fouled in a free kick for the Millers on halfway, which will look to be taken by Alex McDonald, and all the other Millers outfield players will be pushing forward here, apart from the left back now in Reece James, who's staying back as well. But they're all inside apart from Alex McDonald and Cameron Dawson, all inside the Fleetwood half. McDonald towards the left-hand corner of the penalty area. Breaks on towards Nombe, goes down looking for a penalty there. No penalty, even like having his shirt pulled. Comes out to Johnson Clark, Harrison Miller's captain. Good cross in, he breaks towards Wilkes. Just hits it off, just hit it come off him. There did the ball, and now Fleetwood can try and break, but Williams and McDonald win the ball back for the Millers. And here's Alex McDonald. Can't get the ball through towards Sam Nombe, but McDonald trying to get back the ball after his poor pass. Going to pick out McDonald there, who tried to get the ball back, couldn't pick out Sam Nombe, but the Millers have possession again as McCart finds Cameron Humphries for the Millers. Over halfway is Humphries now, and gets the ball out wide to Alex McDonald. Down the line it goes towards Sam Nombe. Nombe does really, really well and wins the Millers a threat, which Alex McDonald will come across to take just a couple of yards down from where we are watching on here. Alex McDonald will go for a long it takes it quickly to Williams. Back to McDonald. Good crossing towards the penalty. Heads up and away. Breaks towards McWilliams inside the penalty area. Can't get there. And Fleetwood do really well to clear that with views up towards halfway. And he's held up there by Lonergan, who does really, really well. And he plays a wonderful ball towards our far side. And that's good defending there from Mally Wilkes to get back and defend well and come away with possession for the Millers and clear the ball away. He goes out for a throw to Fleetwood, but that's good defending from Mally Wilkes to give away a penalty there, which could have potentially done there. Could the former Leeds United man who's on loan here, and the Millers from Sheffield Wednesday. It remains Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. We will do with possession in shape of a throw-in for Fleetwood Town. 54 minutes on the clock. Fleetwood 2, Fulham United 1. We'll go back across to JB as soon as the second half is about to get underway at St Andrews and Knighthead Park. Birmingham City against Fulham. Fulham leading by 2 goals. And as you can see across the bottom of your screen, the score here in this game, which I'm covering at Ibris, Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. Sam Nombe has possession and halfway for the Millers. Across now to Reece James, who comes up another halfway from the left-hand side. Down the line it goes to Mally Wilkes, who can't keep the ball in play there. Or he does, and he's thrown out to McWilliams from James, who let the ball go out for a throw-in. He now does go out for a throw-in and goes for a throw-in to the Millers, which Reece James will look to take here for Rotherham United. James goes short to Powell. Back he goes to James, and Fleetwood just nip in and clear the ball away there. That was really who nipped him well there. It's Cam Dawson in possession for the Millers. The goalkeeper sends the ball long down for looking for Johnson Clark Harris. He goes to his opposite number there, Lynch, and Fleetwood have got possession back. It remains Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. 55.5 minutes played here at Ibris Stadium. We'll quickly run you through some of the other scores in just a moment or two. Barnsley leading the All South Yorkshire affair. Barnsley 1, Sheffield United 0. It's Coventry 1, Oxford 0. Walsall 0, Huddersfield Town 2. These are the goals that are going in. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 1. Leicester City 2, Tranmere Rovers 0. And I'm just seeing a free kick here for Fulham United to be given, and Fleetwood gave the ball away. It was Rotherham won the ball back. There was a foul there, and that was a free kick which was given foul by the number 14, Tom Lonergan, on Hakeem Adoffin, and Tom Lonergan acknowledges the booking in there, and Cameron Dawson takes a free kick for the Millers, and this long downfield is flicked on there by Clark Harris. No one in a blue shirt can clear the ball for the Millers, and it now breaks for Alex McDonald. Back it goes to Cameron Dawson. Dawson clears the ball long downfield. Was the free kick given here against Malik Wilkes for a foul there on the number 32, Caden Hughes, who won that free kick, and Wilkes was adjudged to have been backing in there for the Millers, with 2 on Fleetwood goals in the first half from Ryan Graydon on 16 and 29 minutes after Jimmy McCart had put the Millers 1-0 up on after just 2 minutes. It's Fleetwood 2, Fulham United 1 here on the commentary. Russ Vernon watching this one here for the channel this evening as we keep you up to date. As Fleetwood trying to come forward on the edge of the penalty area. No penalty as Lonergan goes down on the edge of the box. The referee says play on as Clark Harris finds Akima Doffin, and the Millers will come forward now. It's Reece James over on that far side in front of the tunnel, and the Millers will come forward. Good play from Fulham United as they will try and come forward down this left hand side. Wilkes can't get there, so Millers lose out in possession, and he's over on that far side with Fleetwood as Cole Johnson races forward. Can't pick out a teammate. And that full run then, that's good defending in the end, and Alex McDonald tidying up well and helping out back. And now here comes the Millers again. Joe Powell on halfway. Back he goes to Reece James, and James now has it in the left back position, moving forward down that left hand side. Inside it goes to Jimmy McCart, and across now to Cam Humphreys. And Humphreys drops into the path of Malik Wilkes, who drifts out to this right hand side. What can the unknown Wednesday man do? It can play it inside and given the ball away by McWilliams, and now Fleetwood can try and come forward here as soon as he's about to get back underway in the moment for the second half between Birmingham and Fulham. As soon as the stoppage in play here, we'll go back to JB in the second, and we have got a stoppage in play. Fleetwood win a free kick, and it remains Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. All days to come if any goals go in. Match team A match. And back to the St Andrews and Knighthead Park, and we join match commentator JB as Birmingham try to get back into the game against Fulham. It's Fleetwood 2, Fulham 1 here. Back over to JB at St Andrews.
Thank you very much, Russ. Welcome back to St Andrews. It looks like a really good tie up up by the seaside there on the Fylde coast. Russ will keep you updated throughout. Birmingham just about to get us underway, and they are underway. 2-0 it is to the men from West London. Just to remind you of the teams, it's also up in goal for Birmingham, Laird, Clara, Berwick and Cochrane, the back four, Palik and Leonard, the 2 holding midfielders for Brom. Then it's Anderson, Williamson and Hanson further forward, with Alfie May, the main striker from the Birmingham. Fulham have Bender in goal for them. A back four of Castagna, Anderson, Cuenca and Sessignon. And then it's Berg and Reed, the 2 holding midfielders. Berg making his debut for Fulham tonight. Then it's Harry Wilson, Tom Kearney and Jay Stansfield, who scored the second goal on 14 minutes. And Raul Jimenez up front, who scored the opening goal on 10 from the penalty. This is a good run there from Hansen, and gets the ball back again. Second time. Referee Stroud says free kick Birmingham. And they've started positively, Chris Davis' side. Lying fifth in the third tier of English football. Only a couple of points though off the top. As they get an early shot in, and it goes wide from Ethan Laird. Goal kick for Fulham. Just remind you of the 2 benches for Birmingham. It's Peacock, Farrell, Davis, Hall, Jukovic, Miyoshi, Roberts, Samstead, Kiela and Yokohama. For Fulham, it's Leno, Bassi, Iwobi, King, Lukic, Nunez, Smith Rowe, Tete Rawa, and Adama Traore, another former Wolves player. Fulham in the blue shirts with a white hoop, a big white hoop across the front. Fulham all in white with dark shorts. And here they come again with Raul Jimenez. It's just taking a little bit of a deeper roll. Well, I thought the first 45 minutes was an excellent game of football. Birmingham will count themselves a bit unfortunate not to be at least at 2-1, backing in at 2-1, because they had one carried off the line through Keshi Anderson. Then Then Williamson struck a post or struck a bar. This is Keshi Anderson now far side. That's the cutting side. He's got Laird on the overlap if he needs. Goes infield now to Leonard. Now uses Laird. Two defenders, Stansfield and Sassignon were in front of him there. Birmingham being very patient in the way they're playing the ball around again. This is Hansen now, number 7, runs at the defender. And good signing challenge there by Joachim Henderson. This is Alfie May now. Looking the ball across to the side, towards the centre of the park. Back to May again on the near side. Birmingham left. May wins another free kick off Harrison Reed this time. And he's going to book Harrison Reed for that challenge. Reed with ginger hair, short ginger hair and a ginger beard, just making his case known, but it is a free kick to Brom, who have started this second half rather positively. And we'll cross to Ross as soon as this free kick has been taken, because there's been some action going on at Rotherham, so and then we'll keep you updated with all the latest scores as soon as we get a break in play. The free kick's been taken. It went short, and I'm not sure whether that was a good idea, but here's Ethan Laird now far side. Tries to take on Raul Jimenez, whips him for pace. The ball knocked in and it's out by Harrison Reed. Ball being picked up there by Keshi Anderson. Anderson looking to shape it up, potentially a shot. Ball comes out to the far side again. Birmingham looking to move the ball, but they've lost possession this time to Tom Kearney, and he wins his team a free kick on the edge of the box. So let's see what happened with that free kick at Rotherham at the game down by the seaside, or up by the seaside on the Fylde coast. Here's Russ.
Thank you very much, JB. Fulham United had a free kick which was well worked. Powell flicked into the path of Malik Wilkes, who had a shot on the goal which was carried back into a dangerous area. Sam Nombe looked to get a strike onto it and was pulled down at the last moment. Rotherham thought they should have had a penalty. The referee didn't give it to them. There's a chance for a few moments to go as well from Sam Nombe again after a long ball was played over the top. Flicked on by Johnson Clark into the path of Nombe, who fired a shot at goal, and it was tipped away and then pulled back towards the penalty area. Nothing given. Free kick again for Will Mavis, just trying to header on goal from Clark Harris, claimed by Lynch. It remains Fleetwood 2, Fulham United 1, 64 minutes on the clock.
And a good game going on here, and a good game going on here as Birmingham laid siege. Fulham thought they should have had a free kick. Were fouled there by potential foul against Cochrane, who's already on a yellow card, let's not forget. But at the moment, Keith Stroud didn't want to know while you were away. That's what's happened. Birmingham have possession with Hansen. I'll give you some of the latest scores, and we've got a full-time score from Middlesbrough to bring you as well. In fact, now that the game's slowed down a bit, let me bring you up to speed. So full-time score at Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 5, Barnsley 1, Sheffield United 0. Waters with the goal on 52 minutes for Barnsley. Barrow 0, Derby County 0, Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 0. Mark Guay with a penalty after 21. That's not Mark Guay, by the way. Brighton have gone 2 up against Crawley Town. Saramento is supposed to be joining Burnley, but he's playing tonight. And Indira got the first one after 31. Coventry lead Oxford by a goal to 0. They played out at Rugby 3-2 with scoreline the other week. Brandon Thomas Asante with a goal for last season's FA Cup semi-finals. Everton have scored against Bristol Rovers, Doncaster Rovers I should say, as an effort comes in there from number 8 Harry Wilson. It goes over the top. It was a left-footed strike or potential left-footed effort that goes over. We'll break this from Harrison Reed and then into the path of Wilson. Strikes it left-footed. Always going away from goal. Everton 1 up. In Brunham, the scorer after 53 minutes. Rest of the club. Grimsby Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Sheffield Wednesday were 1-0 down at half-time. Matt Janet had put Grimsby ahead, but Ugbo and Lowe have scored both Sheffield Wednesday nearly by 2 goals to 1 there. Harrogate 0, Preston 4. 2 goals for Greenwood and 2 goals for Obsarich. Which looks like going to be 2 wins from 2 competitively for Paul Hickenbottom. offside against Jesse Anderson. Leicester City, not too far away, lead 2-0 against Tranmere Rovers. Jordan Ayew and Mavidi with a penalty on 51 minutes in that one. Millwall 0, Leyton Orient 1. Dan Adji with a goal, former Burnley youngster, in fact, with the goal there on 14 minutes. And they're still leading that all-London affair by a goal to nil. Millwall not making a very good start in the bottom three of the Championship at the moment. QPR 1, Luton 1. Both goals in the first half. Santos putting QPR ahead on 11 minutes. Nelson equalising on 16 for Rob Edwards' side, who made a terrible start themselves. And here come Birmingham inside the area. It's Keshi Anderson. I'll give you a rundown on the other four scores that kicked off at 8 o'clock, plus another game that's kicked off at the same time as we have. Ball into Keshi Anderson now for Birmingham. Nothing else happening while you're away. 3 kick to the Blues. Just time to tell you that Jose Tutu and Charles were the Bolton scorers. They're 2 up at Shrewsbury. Walsall 1, Huddersfield 2. Lowe, Koroma and Ruppels with the goals for Huddersfield. Pearson was sent off just before half-time. Lowe was pulled one back for Walsall. And Watford lead Premier Park goal. Rajovic with a goal in 17 minutes. The difference between the sides. Still 2-0 in our game. But Commanders goal on 2 minutes, putting Palace ahead in that game against Norwich City. So that's the latest that we have from all around the country. If anything else happens, we'll bring it to you first here on the TC Hub. Meanwhile, in the game, we'll go to Rotherham in just a minute because we've got a Birmingham 3 kick to first. There's been a chance for Rotherham. So we'll go to Russ in a second or two. Get the details of that. But first of all, Birmingham have got a real opportunity here to work possibly Bender and the Fulham defence. And it goes towards the penalty area. It's gone way out of play, out of harm's way. Goal kick to Fulham. Let's hear about this Rotherham chance at down by the seaside on the far coast. And Russ Burning is there to tell us all about it.
Thank you very much, JB. It was a brilliant ball in from the left-hand side. It was a brilliant ball in from Reece James and header just off target by Sam Nombe. The Millers are probing to try and get an equaliser, trying to take this game to penalties. They've fetched on Liam Kelly for Joe Powell as well, so that's another attack-minded change. He's playing the defensive midfield. We can get the ball. He can come forward, can take set pieces, Liam Kelly. But the Millers coming forward and winning the throw-in just as you come to us now and towards the penalty area for the aforementioned Kelly, who wins yet another throw, and they've taken it quickly again. Alex McDonald whips the ball in towards the penalty area, and he's just cleared away by Fleetwood and the near post. Only as far as Cameron Humphries as the Millers will try and get back on the front foot again. Ball over the top this time, looking for Sam Nombe, who was just flagged offside. I'm likely to see that one again. It may have just been onside, but it remains Fleetwood Town 2, Wilmington United 1, coming into the final 20 minutes of the game.
Looks like a grandstand finish there. Here, we're just while you were away, for about a minute or so, Alfie May got put for a cynical challenge on halfway. But here comes Anson. The referee said to stop it because Raul Jimenez is down on the ground, which is not going to go down too well with the Birmingham supporters, considering he played for a rival club. But he is genuinely injured here. Keith Stroud wanting the physio to come on. Birmingham are furious, but well, we're not sure what sort of injury he picked up here. He was in a collision there with Landon. Oh, he may have hit his face, and if it's a facial injury, then the referee's got every right to stop it, of course. You've got to take percussion protocols and everything into the account. So whilst he's getting treated, let's just keep you updated with anything else that's gone on. So all the scores: Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 5. That's a full-time score. They kicked off at 7:15. These games, these next score lines I'm going to give you, they're all ways of the second half. They were all 7:45 kickoffs. Barnsley 1, Sheffield United 0. Barrow 0, Derby 0. Blackburn 1, Blackpool 0. Brighton 2, Crawley 0. Coventry 1, Oxford 0. Everton now 2 up against Doncaster Rovers. I'm not sure who the score is, but Everton currently 2-0 up. Fleetwood 2, Rotherham 1. You just heard from Russ. Sheffield Wednesday have now gone 3-1 up against Grimsby. So 3-1 in that one. Harrogate 0, Preston 4. All the 4 goals incidentally came in the first half of that game. Leicester have now gone 3-0 up against Tranmere Rovers. Wilfred Ndidi with the third one there. Leyton Orient winning 1-0 there at Millwall. QPR 1, Luton 1. Raul Jimenez is now up on his feet. Bolton 2 up against Shrewsbury. There's going to be a substitution for Fulham. Good game going on down at the Bescot. Walsall 2, Huddersfield 2. Lower's got his second goal, so 2-2 there. And Watford have gone 2 up against Plymouth Argyle. Rekovic with his second goal. Let's bring you up to date with the second goal scorer for Everton. It was Ndiaye who got the goal there on 74 minutes. The Sheffield Wednesday scorer, Callum Patterson, on 72. So that brings you up to date with the latest happenings in all the other games. Still Crystal Palace 1, Norwich City 0. We're back underway. So Fulham temporarily down to 10 men as the ball is fed out to Anson, who just failed to keep that in play. And that's going to go out for a throw-in. So we're going to... It's Raul Jimenez going to come back on. Looks like he's going to come back on. I thought there might have been a substitution. But they must have had all the precautions done and everything else. So it must be okay to carry on. So Kearney now has possession. Jimenez is now back with us on the field. Ndiaye score for Everton. Thanks for updating us there, Russ. 59 minutes gone. Sunderberg playing a rare misplaced pass. We're going to see Manoshi coming on, Japanese international. 59 minutes gone then at St Andrews. Birmingham City 0, Fulham 2. I know they've got this new. I know it's Knighthead Park now, they call it these days. But to the old traditional football fan, everyone knows it. It's St Andrews. So we talk about Birmingham moving to a new stadium in a few years' time. But I love how they've revitalised St Andrews. St Andrews now looks a much more crappy, much more than happening stadium. Another traditional football ground. And it'd be a sad day if that ever went. Keshi Anderson went forward but lost his footing, so what? And it looks like he's pulled a... Well, from first glance, he looked as if he's pulled a hamstring. He's certainly injured himself. I can't tell if he's pulled a hammy or anything else. We'll soon find out in a minute. Fulham are carrying on despite all that, and they're entitled to do so. The ball's out of play on the far side anyway. Let's see if we can get any news on Keshi Anderson. I think Keshi Anderson looks as if he's perfectly okay. There's a double change actually. We've also got Yokohama as well is about to come on. In fact, it's a triple substitution for Birmingham. And we've also got number 8, Roberts, who's going to come on too. So obviously Chris Davis is going for it. Alfie May is going off, so Roberts will go on in his place. That's the first substitute. And then we've got Hansen, number 7, coming off too. That'll be Yokohama's just come on, and then we've got Manoshi going on too. I think he's just replaced Payek as well. Keshi Anderson looks in the wars. Looks like he's holding the side of his hip. In fact, it's him who's being replaced. Not Payek as initially thought, but so May, Anderson, Hansen off, Roberts, Yokohama and Miyashi both all on. Well to Fulham. As soon as we get a break in play next time, we'll cross the crane. Just to remind you, Stoke, Middlesbrough 5, Stoke City 5 is a result. Blackpool have equalised in the game at Blackburn. We'll bring you the news of the score in just a second. So there's a goal happening, another goal that's gone in. Apart from that, I can't really see any other changes in the score lines. Looks like Walsall Huddersfield could be a cracking finish there. Goal 1-0 in the other 8 o'clock kick-off between Palace and Norwich. Spawn come looking for that killer third. Birmingham have it now with Ethan Laird on the far side. Well stopped again. by number 30, which is Ryan Session. Birmingham throw. Let's get an update from Fleetwood then. Fleetwood 2, Rotherham 1 was the last we heard it. Has there been any significant action there?
Yes, JB, I can tell you that Rotherham United have just hit the crossbar. It was a fantastic ball in from Sam Nombe, and Akima Duffy did the bar. He came back out, and Alex McDonald had a shot which was blocked. He come back out again, and Wilkes had a shot which was blocked. With Akima Duffy very close to equalising for the Millers down on the foul coast at Ivory Stadium. It is Fleetwood 2, Rotherham 1 as the ball in towards penalty for Sam Nombe again. He's working hard here for the Millers. Comes out to Kelly, whose cross is blocked. He goes behind and Rotherham have a corner in front of their own fans. 77 minutes on the clock, 7.5 minutes gone here. It's Fleetwood 2, Rotherham United 1. And Rotherham could be on course to making an equalising goal here. We'll come back if there is an equalising goal here, but Rotherham United coming.
Thanks, Ross. And whilst you were away, there was another effort there from Birmingham City. It was Cochrane with the shot, well palmed away by Bender. It's a corner now to Brum. They're gonna go for it. Leonard's gonna take the corner. Maybe the 3 subs might just help. Leonard with the corner from the near side. In it goes. It's a deep one. Up go the heads. It was a Birmingham head that got there. He tried to nod it back across, and he was beaten to it. And here come Fulham on the counter-attack. And here they come now with Castagna, former Leicester player. He's been taken out of it. The referee Stroud, as well, he took about 5 seconds to decide that was a free kick to Fulham. That's the only criticism I would have of the referee. Russell's having a good time down on the seaside. He told me earlier that he had a few sticks of rock. There's been a significant change in the scoreline at Warsaw. Warsaw in front. An own goal from Heelick has put the Sandlers ahead. Huddersfield were in control. They were 2-0 up in that game. They're now 3-2 down with 9 minutes to play in that one. 81 gone at the Bescot. Warsaw 3-2 up. Not too far away from where we are. Let's bring you news on Blackpool as well. They're 2-1 up now. Coulson with a goal. 13 minutes from end. Remaining with the goal there. Could be a good finish to that one. Blackburn Rovers 1. Blackpool 2. Not a good way for Blackburn to warm up for a big derby on Saturday against Burnley with a defeat. It'll be a big defeat against Lancashire rivals. Anyway, here's Reid now. Let's pull him up for a third. There's 2 players gone down. The verdict's gone Birmingham's way. It was Cochrane who was fouled. And Keith Stroud not happy that the ball wasn't stationary as the free kick was Birmingham attempted to take a quick 3 kick. But they're giving a good goal to that Birmingham, whatever the scoreline. We've got 25 minutes to go in this one. And it's still 2-1, 2-0 rather. And here they come now looking for something. The ball knocked back across, and it was looking for Yokohama. Ball knocked away, and it's going to be a throw in again. Ethan Laird in line with the 18-yard box of Fulham. Far side. Remember, the Blues are attacking the Tilton end. It's actually quite sparsely populated, the Tilton Road tonight. Quite a number of empty seats. Probably about 20,000 or so. But the railway end is quite sparsely populated. There's about, I reckon, about 400 Fulham fans, proper diehards. Seeing that half a chance for Birmingham, which never came to much, really good. It was well defended. Nothing. Crystal Palace, in fact, have gone 2-0 up in the game at Selhurst. John Philip Mateta with the goal in that one. So 2-0 there. Remember, Walsall looks like they're completing the comeback of the night. They're 2-0. They were 2-0 down, and there's been the ball out of play. There's been some happenings going on at Fleetwood. Let's rejoin Russ again.
Thank you very much, JB. Fleetwood have had a goal. This time was a long ball over the top and was flicked on. Just looking at this again, it was flicked on. He was just offside as Broom got in behind and flicked it in over the top of Cameron Dawson. And just before you join me, JB, Rotherham had another chance at the back post. It was a brilliant ball in, and it was looking for Johnston Clark-Hines at the back post, but he couldn't turn the ball home for an equalising side as Fleetwood went through, as Broom put the ball in the back of the net. Fleetwood didn't think he was. I thought he was just off. Just seemed to get, he was just off, in my opinion. Rotherham are pushing for an equaliser and just had a ball into the box a few moments ago from Alex McDonald. But with 8 minutes left to play, JB, plus stoppage time, it's Fleetwood Town 2, Rotherham United 1.
All happening elsewhere. It's petering out a little bit here at Birmingham. We've played just over 68 minutes, 67, 68 minutes now. Halfway through the second half. Fulham still in control. Good possession stuff at the moment, but we've got some really good finishes there. None more so than at the Fleetwood Rotherham game up in Lancashire. Russ brings me back a stick of rock later on. Anyway, ball not forward. That should be goalkeeper Allsops it is. And ball bowled out to here to Bielik. I get to go to the second city. Russ gets the glamour gig and he goes to the seaside. I envy Russ some days. No, I don't really. But he's following Rotherham on the road. Not going to be a good trip back for Rotherham at the moment. And he had some lovely fish and chips, he tells me. He's also producing and as well tonight. He's a jack of all trades. He's producing for me tonight, but he's also tells me he's got a trip to the dentist tomorrow back in Yorkshire. So he's going to be silent tomorrow. So he's going to be my silent partner again tomorrow. He's only producing tomorrow. So just to remind you, on the TC Hub, we've got a finally Bowenstall Premier League game tomorrow night from the City Ground. We've got Nottingham Forest and we've got Newcastle United. Both teams who have had decent starts to the season. Forest got their first 3 points at the weekend. They beat Southampton by a goal to 0. Morgan Gibbs White in that one. And Newcastle survived a scare at Bournemouth to draw 1-1. And they take on each other tomorrow. Of course, Forest 4 times winners of the League Cup. Newcastle never won the competition, but it should be a cracking game at the City Ground. Join me at 10 to 8 tomorrow night for full commentary, plus we'll have updates on players. Fulham come forward, looking for a third. And Ethan Laird thinks it's a goal kick. Just setting on went round the back of him. I think he might have a point. I think he may just have a point, but referee Stroud says it's a corner. And Harris Arene in no hurry to take the corner. With 20 minutes just under to play. Plus any additional stoppage time here at St Andrews, where the drink of choice around here, hot drink of choice, is Bovril, believe it or not. I have to say Bovril is lovely. They don't do fish and chips well in Birmingham, I'm afraid. Anyway, here comes the corner into the near post. The goalkeeper, I don't know why he decided to fist it up in the air. Didn't think it was also a bit of a mix-up there. Well, if he hadn't have fisted, there wouldn't have been all that problem, really, because at the end of the day, just catch the ball if you're under no great pressure. Didn't look a regulation catch there for goalkeeper Ryan Allsop. But it's 2-0. Fulham rounding up the Birmingham Storm as things stand. Of course, Birmingham will have bigger fish to fry. They've got a League One promotion campaign to go about winning. And they may have a run in the BSM Trophy, of course, later on. The last one done in 1995, as it was known and then as the Odo Windscreen Shield. It's going back a few years, isn't it? Here's Kearney for Fulham over the halfway line. Uses Harry Wilson. Wilson gets the ball forward and asks a lot there of King. In fact, the referee's blown for a free kick to Fulham. I'm just trying to think who Kane has replaced at the moment, because we were away when the substitute was made. I'm sure we'll get that confirmed. But I can tell you that Birmingham are preparing a substitution of their own. There's a comment there from Media Jingles and Gaming as Alfred Samsted, Norwegian, comes on to replace Englishman Even Ned. Radio Jingles and Gaming says, I'm not surprised, JB, but they probably do nice fish and chips on the seaside over in Fleetwood. Yeah, they did call themselves the Cod Army over there in Fleetwood, I have to say. We'll get some more later scores for us, as I said, 2 up. So let me just... Sander Berg was the man that King replaced. So we've got that confirmed for you. Nothing significant happened. Preston have scored a 5th now as Bender cuts it away. So Preston have scored a 5th. Obzarich has just completed a hat-trick. So that's 5-0. They're coming towards the end. Everton have gone 3 up against Doncaster. Beto with a goal after 83. Brighton have gone 4-0 up against Crawley Town. Webster and O'Mahony with the goals there. 2 goals in 3 minutes for Brighton there. That's the ball knocked in. The only 0-0 of the night so far is between Barrow and Derby County. Sheffield Wednesday 4-1 up now. Callum Patterson with a second one on 81. 4 hours to go now. And nothing else happening elsewhere. Stoke, the first team, confirmed through to the next round. That game against Middlesbrough, which they won 5-0, kicked off at 7:15 this evening. Just to remind you, if there is a draw at the end of 90 minutes of any of our games tonight, there will be penalties, so there's a fair chance that Barrow Derby could be going to penalties. As Birmingham now look for our way back in it with Leonard. On to here's Yokohama. Yokohama trying to make something happen, but Fulham had so many white shirts back. It was quite easy, really, as Jay Stansfield has scored a wonderful second goal for them. Just carries the ball forward here, keeps it into play. Fulham don't want to do it for the next 15 minutes. To start playing chicken with the ball and giving Birmingham a way back into this. Ball behind Castagna. Birmingham get the throw 10 yards inside their own half. Let's just check up with Ross by the seaside, and let's see how things are going now at the Highbury Stadium, going into the closing stages.
Thank you very much, JB. Still Fleetwood Town 2, Fulham United 1. Fleetwood just winning a throw-in the last 3 minutes down the Rotherham left. Fleetwood right on. In fact, he's gone out for a corner. It looks like he looked like the referee did a throw-in, but he's now given a corner. Fleetwood have just won themselves a corner. They've taken his shot and trying to hold it in the corner. Rotherham have got the ball back and cleared it away, but Fleetwood have won the ball back again. But the Millers have won the ball back again. Fleetwood have won the ball back again. Well, this time he goes behind for a goal kick to Rotherham United, and Rotherham will try and take it quickly. We have got 3 added minutes here. And like JB mentions, if Rotherham United find a goal in this next 2.5 minutes, this is almost about 30 seconds of the 3 added minutes on here, we will have penalty kicks and we'll bring you those penalties live and go to JB if there's a goal, if we do get penalty. But Rotherham is giving away a free kick foul there on a Fleetwood man, which I think is their number 6 here, Elliot Bonds, who's down, who, in my opinion, when he got booked a few moments ago, should have been sent off for a bad challenge on Liam Kelly. The referee only gave him a booking. We have played a minute of those 3 added on. It means Fleetwood 2, Rotherham United 1.
Thank you, Ross. We will keep you updated if there's any goals, and we'll get, if it does end 2-1 to Fleetwood, which looks like it could well be the end, really, then we'll bring you a full-time report. If not, we will bring you penalties. Meanwhile, there's a substitution going on. Double substitution for Fulham. You didn't miss much while we were away, incidentally. Tom Kearney strolling off the field at the moment. Lukic and Alex Iwobi, the former Arsenal player, are going to enter the fray. Lukic is the first one on for Tom Kearney. So that's been confirmed. We're waiting. And Jay Stansfield getting a lovely reception. And that's sporting. You know what? We don't see enough of this in the modern game. The Birmingham fans absolutely clapping their former hero off the field. I love that. That is class for Birmingham City fans. I just want to put it out there in black and white that Birmingham City fans, that's classy of them. Jay Stansfield, a former Blue Nose, scoring against them, but still having the decency and the sportsmanlike behaviour to be applauded off. He was applauded off just now by all sides of St Andrews. If supporters did that more often and appreciate the players, whoever side they're on, then I think the game would be much more ruder health. That would be brilliant. Class from Birmingham. They know one of their former heroes, and that was respectful. And credit to Jay Stansfield, when he scored that second goal, he didn't celebrate. He knew, it's good to see players and supporters alike being very, very sporting there. And the Birmingham fans, good gesture from them. And, they still see him as one of their own. And I think that's a testament to them. Class. Birmingham supporters. They come out of it with a hell of a lot of dignity tonight. Well done, the Blue Noses. 2-0 in this game as we come over to the last 10 minutes rather. Here's Yokohama. We're still playing on at Rotherham. As soon as we get confirmation of the final whistle there. Everton 3, Doncaster as a result. Grimsby 1, Sheffield Wednesday 5. Fifth goal for Sheffield Wednesday was scored by Valentine in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. Preston have won 5-0. That's the result. Barrow and Derby, they finished 0-0. They go to penalties. We're in the 5th minute of stoppage time, it looks like, at Rotherham, at Fleetwood. In fact, the whistle is gone, so as soon as we get a break in play, and then we'll go for a full-time report from Ross Vernon. Meanwhile, Mayoshi trying to keep the ball going. Here he is now. Birmingham need a goal now to make it a grandstand finish here at St Andrews. But whatever happens, their supporters, well, as far as I'm concerned, the Birmingham fans have got up in my estimation for the way they clapped Jay Stansfield off the field. A former Blue Nose, now a Fulham man, scored against them tonight, but appreciated his fine play there. Very level-headed supporters that we saw in here tonight. Probably the nicest moments of the whole night for me, that Jay Stansfield, an opposition player back at his old club, came in and got applause from all sides. Cross comes in, well dealt with by Bender. Let's get a full-time report from Fleetwood with Ross.
Thank you very much, JB. And Fulham United bow out of the Carabao Cup and the second round action. It was a bright start by the Millers, and they took the lead on 2 minutes when Jimmy McCall latched home from inside the penalty area after Cam being set up by fellow centre back partnership Cameron Humphreys. But there was 2 goals in the first half from Ryan Graydon. The first one was set up by Matty Virtue after a cross went to the penalty, and he finished off well. And then the second one was bowling by Virtue again, not by Mayer, and Graydon killed one home into the top corner. Rotherham often and puffed and could have had a couple of penalties to take it off when Sam Nombe went down inside the penalty area, but it wasn't to be for Steve Evans and Rotherham United as they bow out of the Carabao Cup or EFL Cup and the second round this time around. It is finished in the Highbury. Fleetwood Town 2, Rotherham United 1. The Millers bow out.
Thank you very much. So Steve Evans plenty to do there at Rotherham. Because meanwhile here in Birmingham, back at the city centre. Well done, Russ, for your contributions tonight. We'll hear from Russ and he'll talk you through all the scores tonight as soon as we're finished here. Before we leave you tonight, we're on to about 10 o'clock tonight. Yeah, here on the TC Hub and all the YouTube platforms. JB Sports Storm FM. Here's Jukovic on for Payik, who It's Chris Davis looking to go for it, but as I say, 82 minutes gone and still 2-0 to Fulham. So let me just go through some of the scores now. Barnsley still playing against Sheffield United. Barrow and Derby, they're at penalties. But Barrow just scored their first penalty. So Barrow leading 1-0 on penalties at the Spring stand. Brighton are through 4-0. Blackburn 1, Blackpool 2. That's still a later score. Coventry through against Oxford 1-0. Everton 3, Doncaster 1. Fleetwood, as you've heard from Russ, through 2-1 against Steve Evans Rotherham. Sheffield Wednesday, big winners tonight in Grimsby by 5-1. They trailed for a while in that game too. No problems for Preston North End. 5-0 winners over Harrogate. 4-0 to Leicester at home to Tranmere tonight. Leyton Orient have knocked out Millwall. So Millwall's miserable start to the season continues, beaten at Millwall. QPR and Luton are going to go to penalties in just a second. Shrewsbury 0, Bolton 2. Walsall, the comeback of the night from them. So far, they were 2-0 down after 50 minutes. They've beaten Huddersfield 3-2. This is Yokohama for Birmingham. Cross into the penalty area. And, well, it didn't come to much there for the Blues. Jukovic tried to turn into handball potentially, but Keith Stroud waved it away. As Birmingham look for a way back into it. Set up a grandstand finish. Cross comes in, it's a poor one. It's into the top rod and a goal kick. Watford are through 2-0 against Plymouth Argyle. So Watford Clark going through. Crystal Palace in the other game that's taking place. Mateta got the number one. Set up by Eze. 3-0 now for Palace. Also got a deflection, so it's a corner. So Birmingham's 9 for the game. Still with Palmer in the 8th minute of stoppage time at Ewood Park, incidentally. Here's Lennon with the corner for Birmingham. Looking to get one back. Making a nervous 5 minutes or so for Fulham. Cross comes in. They appeal handball. Stroud says corner. Fulham Birmingham's 10th now. Farah says, why wasn't that a foul? Wasn't that handball? Ball to hand, says the referee. Corner kick now. Leonard to swing it into the penalty area. They all waits. 5-6 of Bloomnose is inside that penalty area. Here comes the shot from Leonard on the edge of the area, deflected away. Won't go out of play now. Bender's kept that in. Despite Jukovic being close at hand. Brighton 4, Crawley. That's a result now. It's 2-2 on penalties at Barrow. All each taken. And Queen's Park Rangers have scored their first penalty against Luton Town. Still playing at Ewood Park. Still Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 2. Still they play at Ewood Park. And here come Fulham looking to seal it now. Ball pulled back. Here's Harry Wilson. Inside the area. Wilson shoots. He shoots wide of the target and behind for a goal kick. He hit it left-footed. Goes wide of the right-hand far post. That would have put Fulham through almost for certain. Burrows has scored their third penalty. Leave 3-2 on penalties now at up in the Lake District. We missed another Palace 2-0. Rangers 2-0 on penalties. We missed their first one incidentally. Still we're playing on at Ewood Park. They're in the 9th minute of time added on there. Traore and Smith Rowe both come on for Wilson and Reed respectively. 4 minutes to go in our game. And the whistle has gone at Ewood Park and a terrific victory for Blackpool, who last week dispensed with the services of Neil Critchley, managerless, but they've won at Ewood Park. Big result for Blackpool in that all-Lancashire affair. Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 2. Blackpool came from a goal down to win that game. Goals from Beasley and Coulson winning in a 6-minute spell between the 72nd and the 77th minute have put Blackpool in the hat for round 3, which you'll be able to hear with me tomorrow night after Nottingham Forest and Newcastle. So, yeah, good, nice little shift for me tomorrow night. as we come to you live from the City Ground. As the ball now comes back to Bender. He knocks it out of place for another throw. We've got less than 3 minutes to go. Birmingham now, if they can just get one now, they're in business. Going towards Jakovic. Looks as if he was being held, but he kept his balance. And it comes out there, shot hit very terribly indeed by Birmingham's number 8, Roberts, and it was into the arms of Bender. And some of the Birmingham fans thinking, well, no chance of us coming back from the dead in this one. Let's go and beat the traffic. Meanwhile, out comes the goalkeeper. Did really well, right? Also, there's a little bit of a Manuel Neuer there. Header, and then just swept up. Couple of flicks and tricks, and knocks it out into the standover on the far side. So, as I say, the third round draw will be coming up after the Nottingham Forest against Newcastle. We'll have commentary, as I said, on that game on all TCM platforms. So you'll hear me live on these particular platforms. JB Sports, Storm FM, TCM and TCM2, and Focus on Football. Those are the channels that are participating. We'll also have later scores from West Ham against Bournemouth and Wolves against a very depleted Burnley, which I'll have a little bit of a say about at some point during the broadcast tomorrow night. I'll try and keep it as clean as possible for you guys, though. Anyway, here come Birmingham, not giving in at the moment. They're still attacking, and that's credit to them. All kudos to them. It looks as if Fulham are going to do enough. Fulham have conceded another corner. I make that 11 corners now to Birmingham City in the match. Now, can they make one of these count? Just maybe, just put a seed of doubt into Marco Silva's team here, maybe, and just get one back here, Birmingham. Ball been knocked back in the goal. Raul Jimenez had to fish it out. We've got 2 balls on the field, and Manoshi having to get on with it now. We've got about 15 seconds of normal time to play at the end. Can Birmingham at least get on the scoreboard and make this interesting? Manoshi's corner, it's a deep one. Up go the heads. Can the Blues get something from it? No, it's hooked away by the Fulham defence. To be fair, Fulham defender Stanley. Oh, no! Oh, that was almost an own goal. The ball was hitting there rapidly along the deck, and Kunyanka almost put through his own net. Wicked ball in from the far side, and Kunyanka badly sliced the clearance, and thankfully it went into the goalkeeper's hands. We're now into stoppage time. There's 7 other minutes at the end, so there's still a little bit of time left for Birmingham. If we can just get one goal, who knows what might happen. That's a great Brian Clough used to say. It only takes a second to score a goal. Here come the Blues. Birmingham looking for a way back into this, but they're not going to get it at the moment. Here's a Welby picking the ball up. Traore, picking the ball up. They all look alike. And Leonard's gone down. Free kick, and a yellow card's been shown. Adama Traore, he's only just come on the field. So Barrow, and we've got a result from Barrow. Barrow have won on penalties at their game against Derby. Barrow have gone through 0-0 after 90 minutes against Derby. And Barrow have knocked the 2 times league champions out of the League Cup. 3-2 on penalties. So Derby out of the Cup. And QPR are fresh looting 4-1 on penalties at Loftus Road. So QPR and Barrow both through on penalties at the end of their ties. Here, in this particular game, it's Birmingham 0, Fulham 2. Both goals came in the first quarter of an hour, incidentally. It seems like a lifetime ago now since we were describing goals there. But the second half, it's been fairly entertaining. It's been very good. Birmingham have played their part in a good game. It's almost mirror image to the Liverpool game. The Liverpool Brentford game we saw on Sunday. It's just been that. I don't know. It's been a. You know, both teams have played their part. Love the respect from the Birmingham fans towards the former player James Stansfield. A lot of other clubs fans would have booed. but not Jay Stansfield. They know he was a cold hero for them, even though he got his team, even though he was in the team that got relegated last season. Stania keeping possession now. We've played 2.5 of the 7. And Fulham now, all they've got to do is keep possession, don't do anything silly. And the last year's semi-finalists will qualify for the 3rd round of this season's competition. Of course, the 3rd round is always an anticipated part of the League Cup draw calendar because it's when the big Premier League teams who are qualified for Europe come in. So your Manchester Cities, your Manchester Uniteds, your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, your Aston Villas, your Liverpools and Chelseas and whatnot. 3 minutes of the 7 played. Fulham still have possession. So the big stories tonight: Walsall through after being 2-0 down against Huddersfield Town. QPR have beaten Luton on penalties. Barrow have knocked out Derby. Blackpool have knocked out Blackburn. Everton safely through. Fleetwood have shocked Rotherham 2-1. Sheffield Wednesday hit 5 against Grimsby. And Stoke kicked 5 away at Middlesbrough. 3 kick to Fulham as there's a foul there on one of the Fulham players as he made his way towards the penalty area. A positive run this by Smith Rowe, former Arsenal player. They spent an awful lot of money on Emile Smith Rowe, £32 million reportedly. Shows Marco Silva's statement of intent. Media jingles, media radio and jingles and football or gaming. Anything can happen in football. Correct, my friend. Barrow beating Derby, a League 2 team beating a championship right there. That's a good result for Barrow. Albeit on penalties, but a very good result nonetheless. But no such problems for Fulham. Birmingham, despite a spirited effort, they've had Fulham have had their crossbar hit. They've had 1 kicked off the line. Birmingham, it's just not been their night. But Fulham took their chances. They have been second best, certainly in terms of possession. As the Birmingham fans are slowly walking away as the free kick comes in. It's deflected and it falls quite nicely there for Ryan Alsop. And no chance on both the goals. And Alsop kicks away from his hands down towards the far side. But I think there's a lot. I mean, despite losing tonight, Birmingham come out of this game with an awful lot of credit on and off the field. The fans have been quite classy, especially when Jay Stansfield went off the field. The team as well has performed reasonably well, and if they keep their bot up, there's no reason why they can't go up. As Fulham thought they're going to go 3-0 up, but the goal's been chalked out for offside. Like when the cross came in, the ball had just drifted out of play here from Traore. Yeah, just drifted out of play. It was easy finish there inside the 6-yard area, but it was a perfectly disallowed goal. With about a minute to go of the 7. And it's just Birmingham know the game is up now. There's no way they're going to get 2 goals in a minute. Stranger things are happening in the game as Yokohama now runs into the penalty area. Yokohama now running at all comers here. Shot comes in over the top, I'm afraid, from Williamson, who hit the bar in the first half. As I say, they've had real good opportunities to that, Birmingham, but this ain't going to define their season in any way. I don't think Chris Davis had the League Cup at the top of the priority list. Birmingham fans won't be too upset. They've given a Premier League team a hell of a game tonight. And I better choose a player of the match. And I'm going to choose the TV man. I have to say, Jay Stansfield did really well tonight. Took his goal well. And on another night, could have been on another night, he really did run the show. But on another night, though, Birmingham could have had their goals themselves. As we well, for the end, it's Jay Stansfield of Fulham, not Birmingham. But Doesn't matter. The whistle anyway sounded as St Andrews rapidly empties, but Birmingham can come out of it with a lot of praise, especially in defeat. They trailed to 2 goals, a contentious penalty given in the 9th minute when the ball was smacked in outside the area. It hit Alex Cochrane on the hand. Penalty was controversially awarded by Keith Stroud from Hampshire. Penalty was given, tucked away brilliantly by Raul Jimenez, who outwitted Allsop from 12 yards, and then 4 minutes later, a superb finish from our man in the match, Jay Stansfield, who finished off superbly to make it 2-0 and got a good reception from his former supporters when he went off the field. He got a reception from all 4 corners of St Andrews. Great sportsmanship. That was the highlight of the night for me. And a real performance. So just seeing Paul Farman, who is the hero for Barrow. Paul Farman, you may remember, was the goalkeeper when Lincoln went through to the semi-finals almost got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup 6 years ago. Just seen Everton scoring another goal there. That's Beto, I think. One of the goals. This is his goal coming up now, I think. There we go. So Everton safely through as well. Brighton are safely through. But here at St Andrews, it was a fantastic performance from Birmingham. They did everything as they needed to. They gave it a good goal, but Fulham took their chances and took the chances very well. So it's Fulham through to round 3. I'll see you tomorrow at Nottingham Forest. But the final score here is I am back to Ross Vernon. It's finished here. Birmingham City 0, Fulham 2.
Thank you very much, JB John Stuttard, for excellent commentary this afternoon once we had the Gremlins ironed out. Now, let's run you through the scores then in the EFL Cup second round. It finished then Middlesbrough 0, Stoke City 5, Barnsley 1, Sheffield United 0, Barrow 0, Derby County 0. Barrow win 3-2 on penalties. Blackburn Rovers 1, Blackpool 2. Western of Albion 4, Crawley Town 0. Coventry City 1, Oxford United 0. Everton 3, Youngster Rovers 0. Fleetwood Town 2, Rotherham United 1. Grimsby Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 5. Harrogate Town 0, Preston North End 5. Leicester City 4, Tranmere Rovers 0. Millwall 0, Leyton Orient 1. QPR 1, Luton Town 1. QPR win 4-1 on penalties. Shrewsbury Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 2. Walsall 3, Huddersfield Town 2. Watford 2, Plymouth Argyle 0. Birmingham City 0, Fulham 2. Crystal Palace 4, Norwich City 0. In the Bristol Stream Motors Northern Group E, Crewe Alexandra 5, Liverpool Under-21s 1. And in the Northern Group G, Grimsby Town against Manchester City, match was postponed due to the fixture clash, with Grimsby playing in the EFL Cup against Sheffield Wednesday. In La Liga, Real Mallorca 0, Sevilla 0 is the full-time score, and Rayo Vallecano 1, Barcelona 1 is the latest score. In the Champions League qualifying playoff round, second leg should I say, Galatasaray 0, Young Boys 1. Young Boys leading 4-2 on aggregate. RB Salzburg 1, Dynamo Kiev 1. RB Salzburg win 3-1 on aggregate. Sparta Prague 2, Malmo 0. Sparta Prague go through 4-0 winners on aggregate. German DFB Cup first round, SC Preußen Munster 0, VfB Stuttgart 5 is the scores there. In the Italian Serie B, Bari 1, Sassuolo 1, Fernandez 2, Tutorial 0, Cittadella 1, Issa 1, Cremonese 0, Palermo 1, Cosena 1, Modena 1, Regina 2, Brescia 0, Salernitana 3, Sampdoria 2. Of full-time scores. Tomorrow's action then we to tell you about. We've got, as JB mentioned, live coverage of the game at 8 o'clock between Nottingham Forest and Newcastle United. Elsewhere in the EFL Cup, Wolverhampton Wanderers against Burnley, AFC Wimbledon against Ipswich Town, Cardiff City against Southampton, Colchester versus Brentford, Swansea versus Wickham, and West Ham United versus Bournemouth. JB will keep you up to date with that. Scottish Women's Premiership tomorrow, Dundee United against Queen's Park are in action, and also in the La Liga, Athletic Club take on Valencia, Real Valladolid take on Leganés, Atletico Madrid take on Espanyol, and Real Sociedad take on Alaves. In the Champions League, we've got Karabag against Dinamo Zagreb, Vestor Belgrade against Bodo Glimt, SK Slavia Bratislava against FC Midtjylland, Slavia Prague against Lille. In the Europa Conference League, Ghent against Partizan Belgrade, and Istanbul Başakşehir take on St Patrick's Athletic as well. And in the German DFB Cup first round, FC Köln Zezerjena take on Bayer Leverkusen. And there's 3 games in Italian Serie B. Seneza against Catanzaro, Cremonese versus Spezia, Juve Stradaba versus Mantova. But let me just read one of the final comments out of the evening, and that comes from Media, Radio, Jingles and Gaming. He says, I'm not watching this game but only listening to you. We do sound like Birmingham have done their best, but Fulham have played better in their Premier League side. And I think that's what he sounded like when I was listening to JB as well, while providing you with the updates on Fleetwood Town against Rotherham United. And Rotherham United yet to win away from home, even this season, being there as we get ready for more action in the EFL Cup to come, as we bring in a game per round all the way through to the final, all the way through where we can. So that's on behalf of myself and JB and the rest of the team here at the Control. Thank you very much for listening. Fleetwood knock out Rotherham with our featured game. 2 first half goals from Fulham knock out Birmingham City in the EFL Cup. But for myself, Russ Vernon, from JB, John Stuttard, from everybody else here at the Control, thank you very much for listening. We'll see you again soon. Take care. It's goodbye from me, goodbye from JB, and goodbye from all the team here. See you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. From all then. Ta-ra.